Shinfo. How you doing? Welcome. I'm going to bring up a web page here. I want to read you a story about American rich people and American rich people coming to Canada and rich people traveling to the States. They don't have to quarantine. There is an ongoing investigation right now in Canada as to who has allowed. There's only 3 people in Canada that can allow rich old white women who are American and rich old white men who are American into Canada. I want to be very specific. Both of these people are very old and very white, all right? And they're extremely rich, okay? They live in America and they traveled to Canada back in August 25th. I'm going to pull up the exact story and read it to you verbatim, because that's what we do here, is we ensure that the news, that is the facts, are told. So we'll find a credible news agency and a reporter who is credible, who has broken this story and brought it to our attention, because they care about, well, the fact that we should all be, if someone is new to the country, you're supposed to quarantine for 14 days and then you can come around, go outside. That's not what happened here. Not only that, they left the country again and probably didn't quarantine back in America. So these old fogies are ruining it for everyone. All I hear is how only young people are being irresponsible. That is an outright lie. That is an outright lie. Many old people around the world don't care, and then when they get sick, then they expect first come, first serve attention. But you went out to the casinos. You went out wherever where there's people, you know? Morning, JJ. How you doing? Hit that like. Share the video for me. You got to hear this story. This is a breaking news top story of the day. Well, actually, it's of the week. A news reporter in Canada broke this story, I think, 24 or 48 hours ago. Let's bring this to light right now, since I am a bright and shining light. Here we go. Rich business, old man and old woman, American, didn't quarantine in Canada. Let's see the story that comes up. 2 American charged with breaking Canada's quarantine. I don't think this is it. These are rich businessmen. And so I put in a lot of things. I'm going to have to change this a bit. I just love doing that. American. But this sucks. They're covering up the story. Did they scrub the internet? It was August 25th, 2020. So let me be specific to the Google search, because they scrubbed there. They hid it. It's hiding under a lot. I'll find it. August 25th, 2020. Canadian politicians can't figure out who allowed business. What the hell are they called? They're like old scammers. Business. They own Uline. They own Uline. Yeah! Allowed. So now I'm going to type it in like this. Uline, this is the thing. Uline, it's a billion, let's check how much it's worth. Uline Corp, let's try corporation. Corporation allowed to travel to Canada without quarantine. Uline shipping. Uline response to COVID-19. No. You're not getting away with this, Uline. They own the American side of Uline, though. It's not the Canadian one. Wow. They scrubbed it. Wow. Do you know how rich you have to be in this day and age to scrub the net? This cost them millions, guaranteed millions to scrub the net. Let's see this. Um, August is the date. I know it's August 25th. Canadian government allowed Uline business people to fly to Canada on a private jet. Let's see what comes up. Well, the federal government's global advisory against all non-essential travel. How do Canada's province rank against American states? Air Canada offering private jets on certain routes. Just disgusting. Government will give Iran. No way. Here it is. No. Come on. Look, I put in August 25th in the first thing, and it's not pulling up. August 25th, 2020. News. Report. Canadian government allowed. Oh my god. Like, did they scrub it? Here it is, a tiny little article. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Oh my god. And it's macleans.ca. So Maclean's had an article. September 8th. Tory leader's family eventually took tests reserved for MPs and their kin. Another TV host wants to be a Liberal MP and is CSIS all about Broadway. I don't know what this means, so I guess there's some stuff going on here. Aaron O'Toole's family appears to have endured the same COVID-19 testing tribulations as many Ottawa families. Oh, here it is. Here it is. An American billionaire shipping supplies magnate found her way into Canada for a visit to her company's plant and skipped the 14-day. Wow, I love Maclean's. I'm calling Maclean's today saying, you know what? It was so hard to find this. You know, it's disgusting what they're doing, eh? Like, it took me, like, I'm a Googler. No one Googles like me. And my keyword, the way I use keywords, no one keywords like me. I couldn't find this. You know, I had to drill 6, 7, 8 times, changing my keywording, which is ridiculous when the first one was half decent. Anything with Uline, billionaire, corporation, this fucking date, it's ridiculous it didn't show up. So they have managed to scrub the entire internet except for this article that Maclean's wrote, and it's on their website. So macleans.ca, politics /Ottawa /videos is where I'm pulling this info from. And this is about the 7th source that I've read, and the most credible sources I only read. This week, CBC News reported an American billionaire shipping supplies magnate found her way into Canada for a visit to her company's plant and skipped the 14-day quarantine rule. Now, they have tracking devices. We need to find out if this greasy old bag, if she went to any other locations in Canada. The cell phone tracking that they use on us in Canada, if it wasn't implemented and if she isn't, seriously, they need to I want to find out her exact location across Canada soil. Listen to this. A billionaire shipping supplies magnate found her way into Canada for a visit to a company's plant and skipped the 14-day quarantine rule. Liz Uihlein, Uihlein. That's very important. Liz, Uihlein. Sorry. And a pair of senior execs visited Uline's facility in Milton, Ontario. And the company, I have a steel trap, it's in there somewhere. And the company said that the Americans were granted formal exemptions, but no department would admit to giving the green light. So, right here, these billionaires, they are so powerful. This old crotchety woman is so powerful, she can walk all over Canada. I am fucking pissed. Just wait. You think Canadians can be bought with your shitty money, America? Fuck no. Not a chance. Liz Uihlein and a pair of senior execs visited Uline's facility in Milton, Ontario, equally as ancient and moldy oldie, filled with viruses, disease. I think this is a scam because they didn't even have, like, these are old people with susceptible immune systems that are weakened just for the simple fact they're old, let alone they drink wine every day. A pair of executives visited Uline's facility in Milton, Ontario, and the company said the Americans were granted formal exemptions, but no department would admit to giving them the green light. Yesterday, Public Safety Minister, we're going to get this fucker on the phone, not fucking around. Public Safety Minister Bill Blair clarified that no special exemptions were approved by any minister. I want to know what the fuck our public safety minister is about to do to this rich group here that feels they don't have to follow Canadian law. But we Canadians that live in this country, that pay these fucking taxes, we have to follow the law. But the American scum rich people that run quietly behind hidden doors, shadow governments, can stomp on our soil. Not a fucking chance, bud. Bill Blair, you're going to get fucking evicted from public safety minister if you don't hand down harsh penalties to these old moldies. Bill Blair clarified that no special exemptions were approved by any minister. A decision was made by officers based on the information provided. He tweeted, "Entry should not have been permitted." This is a serious, serious, serious problem. Private jets and fucking airports? Anyone with money, anyone with a fucking name, their last name attached to an airport, can smuggle drugs into this fucking city of Winnipeg. You should fucking hear the stories that are coming forward about Bubble Boy there and his family and how his name is attached to that fucking airport in Winnipeg. It's disgusting. Disgusting what I'm hearing. He broke hundreds of laws. And the police know. Like, his mom works for the police here in the city. It's disgusting. No special exemptions were approved by any minister. A decision was made by officers on the information provided. He tweeted, "Entry should not have been permitted." Lessons from the throne speech passed? Don't believe the hype, writes Tom Parkin in McLean's Parkin, who worked for NDP governments in Ontario and British Columbia, takes a harsh view of Justin Trudeau's throne speech track record. And I'm not here to talk about Trudeau. I'm not here to talk about Harper. He blows. I'm not here to talk about, a fake leader. If you still think that the person that stands in front of the podium actually has a clue to what the fuck is going to be next week's decisions, you're all goofs. Not a chance. We are ruled by corporations. Right now, Google and ABC are trying to not pay property tax in the city of Toronto, one of the most expensive real estate areas in the free fucking world. And Google and ABC, a subsidiary company of Google, thinks that they don't have to pay taxes. What? You want to hear a story? Let me bring this to you too. Property tax on the fucking it's like a bay. It's like the waterfront. It's the fucking waterfront of Toronto's in the middle of the city. Like the most expensive real estate money can buy. They want to put up apartment buildings, charge a fortune for them, and not pay taxes. So these corporations can have backdoor business deals with politicians who allow the sale and transaction of the land permanent and not pay taxes on it. It's fucking disgusting. But let's look this up. Toronto, ABC, Google partner. I don't really know the term. Like, it's a subsidiary, but I guess I could write that. I might confuse the computer. Toronto ABC Google partner wants to build on waterfront property. This is about 6 months old, maybe 5 months old. It blows my mind still to this very second. To build on waterfront property without paying property taxes. They don't want to pay taxes. And you're talking about a fucking apartment building. This would be like billions of dollars in 20 years. Billions of dollars. One fucking building, has 5,000 people in it. Billions of dollars. Sidewalk wants to cut of property taxes and development fees. Alphabet Inc. So this is February 15th. So I was bang on 6 months ago. February 15th. Oh no, 2019. Oh yeah, that's last year. So whatever. I'm a fucking year off. Year and 6 months. So it's about a year old. I don't know when this started though. I guess here it is. Listen. Alphabet Inc. backed entity behind plans to build a high-tech community sidewalk hopes to move Google's Canadian headquarters to nearby Villers Island, and trying to snatch up a portion of development fees and property taxes. The city and the waterfront have not received a formal proposal. Google's sister company Alphabet wants a cut of Toronto taxes. Now fucking ABC wants to own, a corporation wants to own the largest city in Canada. You don't even understand. Every day you don't pay attention. The world got less in your favor. If you don't think that we are here as on this planet as slaves to either an AI or a very, very superior intellect, a being, something runs us into the ground daily, Sidewalk Lab CEO responds to criticism around tax. This is the same day, How could they have criticism on the same day that they just announced this? It's weird. I don't get this. Let's see if this favors or it doesn't. This is probably the Toronto Star. It says the star.com business, so I don't so it doesn't say if it's this. It doesn't say. It says Toronto Sidewalk Labs Chief Executive Officer says it's too premature to abandon any ideas it unveiled Thursday for high-tech Toronto community it hopes to build, despite the concepts being met with fierce criticism. Fuck. An interview with the Canadian press, Daniel Doctoroff indicated his Alphabet-backed company was open to tweaking ideas, including funding a waterfront light trail transit line, underground infrastructure in exchange for a portion of development fees and property taxes typically funneled towards the city. They want to I actually fucked up. Not only do they not want to pay property tax, they want the fucking taxes to go to their company. I've never actually, I don't even think this is how bad this is getting, that we need to dismantle Google, take out wherever they're getting money from, whatever they have left, we have to dismantle it. It's almost too late to dismantle Google. The Canadian government needs to, this is an attack on our land. This is our sovereign territory that they're basically saying they're going to buy us out and own us. Toronto is a city of, I think it's 10, 11, 12, 14, 16 million people. It's despicable to think that once they get one fucking piece of land, they'll just keep doing remember the fucking deal we signed last year? Fucking do the deal over here on all fucking Etobicoke. All Yonge Street. Just wait. Are you fucking stupid? inevitably we're going to be adjusting things as we move forward. So it's not like they aren't. Like, this is how big this shit box is that they just will steamroll you, right? Anyone who says no, you might have a car accident, right? Like, this is how serious this is. And I'll tell you right now, there'd be more people that want this than don't because of all the fucking envelopes that they would hand out before, obviously, after, and then, half of the, let's say half of the property tax for the first year goes to all these scum suckers in parliament that fucking okay this deal. We have never said it is our way or this doesn't work for us, Doctoroff said. We have adjusted significantly and we will continue to do that. Doctoroff, who is Doctoroff? In an interview with the Canadian Press, Daniel Doctoroff. I gotta get this guy checked out. Let's check him out. Big shot on the internet here. You got some shit on you then. Let's see what you got. Daniel L. Doctoroff, Daniel Louis Doctoroff, born July 11th, 1958, is an American businessman and former government official. So none of this surprises me. This is disgusting how serious this is. He is the chief executive officer of Sidewalk Labs. So this is the fucker. A startup company developing technology focused on city life. Chief executive officer of Sidewalk Labs, Daniel Doctoroff, is an American businessman. He's a here. Spouse is Alyssa Robbins Doctoroff, married in 1981. Books greater than New York's Big Comeback. Oh man, this guy looks shady. All right, let's see some stuff here. It's very hard. He's done a lot of scrubbing himself here. Why we're no longer pursuing the Quayside project. Daniel Doctoroff, let's see what he was doing before. So in May 2017, no, October 2017, Sidewalk Labs in Waterfront, Toronto set out to plan a shared vision for Quayside, a fundamentally more sustainable and affordable community resulting from innovations in technology. Sorry, got a message there. Innovations in technology and urban design. Since the project began, I've met thousands of Torontonians from all over the city excited, fuck that, by the possibility of making urban life better for everyone. The lies, just the straight out lies. Like, fuck, there's nothing wrong with Toronto. So it is why so it is with great personal sadness and disappointment that I share that Sidewalk Labs will no longer pursue the Quayside project. We have to look at what they were doing before. What were their proposal terms? Like, how much were they asking for before to be completely shut down by Toronto back in 2017? Only in February 19th, 2019, to start up Sidewalk Labs' new proposal. Doctoroff is not giving up on stealing Toronto. I may write a book on why this goof is trying to steal our country, starting with the biggest city in Canada, and we should ban him from Canada entirely, since he thinks he should get our taxes. That shouldn't even be a fucking question, bud. Seriously. For the last 2.5 years, we have been passionate about making Quayside happen. Indeed, we have invested time, people, and resources in Toronto, including opening a 30-person office on the waterfront. But as unprecedented economic uncertainty has set in around the world and in the Toronto real estate market, it has become too difficult to make the 12-acre project financially viable without sacrificing core parts of the plan we had developed together with Waterfront Toronto to build. So we have to look up these people. Who is in charge? Who is in the office at Waterfront Toronto that thinks this is a smart idea? And now we're going to find the backdoor dealings. Watch how quick I put this together. But yet all of you, even the cops, can't do a fucking thing. This is sad. This is really sad. This is how you know they're in on it, bud. Waterfront Toronto board of directors, buddy. Check this out. I'm a fucking genius. Stephen Diamond is the chair. So we'll do Stephen Diamond first. May Zayar Mortazavi, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing, Mazyar, Mazyar Mortazavi, Mortazavi. Look up these names. Jeannie Shim, and it's also an ethnic name, Jeanhy. So I'm not sure how to pronounce this name either, sorry. Shim, Shim. Joe Cressy, Joecrissy. Kevin Sullivan, Christopher Vutsinas, Christopher Voutissinas, Patrick Shields, Patrick Sheils, and Andrew McLeod. So we're going to take all these names, not just the one. We're going to leave this page up though. I actually want to see what they look like, to see how conniving they look. Oh shit. Toronto, you're in a world of trouble, eh? I get the most disgusting vibes from that picture. So let's look up another group here. Let's look up these people specifically. Now, where's your phone number? Board of directors, who we are. This is what I want. Oh, there's a letter to the waterfront. Let's get up to speed, they would say. Letter to Waterfront Toronto. Say no to a business deal with. By joining our campaign, you are supporting our call on Waterfront Toronto to say no to a business deal with. Here's the letter we are sending the board. Stephen Diamond, Chair. Councillor Joe Cressy. Andrew, these are all councillors. So, Board of Directors meeting. Fucking what a joke that'll be. They're like, oh yeah, did everybody get your envelope from Google? Okay, just checking, making sure, okay. All there? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, all there. Let's see what it says here. Board of Directors, who we are. Oh, fuck, is this? They give you a little web page here. A little nonchalant, like they're all innocent. It should be dripping with blood money. That's what this should be dripping with. Enslaved, there should be slaves walking around from all over Canada and the States and UK, just walking around in the background with shackles on. Well, rich old white American people and Canadian rich old elites collect money during these rough times. Only the billionaires are making tenfold right now. The three orders of government, each opponent, 4 representatives to our... Like, I don't actually think they understand what's going to happen, eh? You may be rich, but, like, the world is for the people. It's not for the rich. So you won't be, like, seen around in public. You're going to be stuck on your island, you know? Nobody's going to want to visit you. Just wait. No one's going to ship you nothing. No boat captain is going to take all the pineapples from Jamaica and float it across the sea to the UK next year. I promise you. Just wait. Let's see here. Closed meeting investigations. What the fuck? In order to provide an independent review of Waterfront Toronto's board and board committees' open meeting performance, Waterfront Toronto has appointed an investigator to conduct investigations if there is a complaint about closed meeting. Learn more here. Ooh, now we can see the cops involved in this backdoor dealing. Let's see the names of these people that are supposed to be keeping Canada's sovereign land sovereign. The law that directs Waterfront Toronto's open meeting policy is the Toronto Waterfront Revitalization Corporation Act 2002. Fucking outdated, 20 years old. It states Waterfront Toronto is subject... This is why Google is here right now. Because of our fucking outdated act. We need to put this to 2020 and absolutely corner every fucking area of 2002 that they were jumping on. Oh, well, your laws are only saying up to this much. We have to change that now. So I'll get a hold of Government of Canada and I will let them know Toronto Waterfront Revitalization Corporation Act 2002 is fucking highly outdated. It states Waterfront Toronto is subject to the open meeting law requirements in the City of Toronto Act that outline when the board or board committees can go into a closed meeting. These rules are found in section 190 of. So this is how stupid this is. Okay, I want you all just to grasp this for a second. If you think for 1 second there isn't backdoor dealing, the second these like four old men are standing naked in a bathroom together, um, they're chatting about this stuff, backdoor dealing. None of this is allowed. Bylaw number 2. So I want to look up what like a bylaw. Like this is like you get a ticket. If you break this law, you get a ticket. A bylaw. Act means the Toronto Waterfront Corporation C28 as from time to time amended, and every statute that may be substituted therefore and includes the regulations made under the act as from time to time amended. Basically, it means they can do whatever the fuck they want just right out of the gate. Amending something means you can alter it. They use the word amending 3 fucking times in 1.1, number 1. They use fucking amending 3 times. We may amend it. It could possibly get amended after that, and then we may amend it again, bud. Board means that board of directors of the corporation. Chair means, as applicable, the chair of the board, a person who chairs a committee. Closed meeting matter means any matter which may be properly dealt with at a meeting or a part of a meeting which is closed to the public. So you got these scum suckers here, Toronto Waterfront Corporation, and the meeting isn't even public knowledge. This should scare you. These corporations think that you're not even worth explaining what's going to happen to your land. Corporate secretary means the person designated by the board to act as the secretary to the board or any committee. So the secretary could even be the one so the board doesn't even have to do anything. It could be the secretary who relays all information to the other side and gives them the best path, the best route. So we'll have to look into that person as well. Director means a director of the corporation, which obviously is corrupt. Meeting means any regular, special, or other meeting of the board or of a committee where a quorum of members is present. And that was A. B. Members discuss or otherwise deal with any matter in a way that materially advances the business or decision making of the board or committee. So this is what this says. Number 8 says meeting means any regular or special meeting of the board or of a committee where a quorum of members is present and members discuss or otherwise deal with any matter in a way that materially advances the business or decision making of the board or committee. So the waterfront is a business. Whether you think they're on your side or not, you have to understand it's a corporation. The Waterfront Corporation, it states here, this is what it says. When they have a meeting means any regular or special meeting of the board or committee where a quorum of members is present and members discuss or otherwise deal with any matter in a way that materially advances the business. So, Toronto Waterfront is here. Let's say it's worth $500 million. Okay, it's a business, it's a corporation. And over here, you have ABC and Google. It's worth trillions of dollars. These guys get richer if these guys do business with them. In order for these guys to do business with them, these guys have to lie to us enough to get us to believe that it's going to be beneficial for us to have these guys, these scum suckers, in our country, stealing and enslaving us daily for life. So we'll go back to the B part. Members discuss or otherwise deal with any matter in which they materially advances the business or decision making of the board or committee. So advancing not only the business, so sealing the deal, but also the business or decision making of the board or committee. So they're trying to, this has been ongoing for years now. We can now go back to 2017. Google's been trying to buy up, steal Toronto land forever. So public means members of the public, including the media. That's a lie. See, so I'll explain this to you. The reason that the media and the public are on the same ground is so that the media can't tell us the truth. So in order to, but it's not true that the media is well connected with every corporation in this country. And I'll give you one example. Advertisers. The evening news is at prime time. The commercials that air are prime time. There's a term, prime time slots. So the slot is worth at 6 p.m. is worth big money. If you have a shitty little company and you want to sell your wagons, you go to the news station and say, I have a TV commercial here. I want to sell my fucking wagons on your 6 p.m. news slot. They say, okay, that's $50,000 a second. And you go, holy fuck, I don't even make $50,000 in a year. I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and put it on and put my ads on Google and on YouTube. So and then you could maybe pay a lot less than that. And I mean, I'm not saying now again, I'll give you an example. Actually, yes, I'll give you an example. PewDiePie, the biggest channel views in the world, right? If you want to advertise on PewDiePie's channel after his video airs or something like that, you will have to pay $50,000 for a minute or a second, whatever it is, of airtime on his channel. And I'll explain to you further. So how Google works is Google charges you $1,000 for 1,000 views on PewDiePie's channel. If you were to advertise on my channel, it'd be like $10. So I know a lot of you don't get this, but so I have taken over the internet entirely to uncover the evil that exists here. And I see that there are so many people from this company and the sister companies that are connected to this that have scammed me and all my channels, hindered and gang stalked, all sorts of things. But this goes much deeper than just my fucking little channels here. What has to happen is we have to create lobby groups that go against Google and all these companies that are trying to steal from us hardworking individuals. So PewDiePie is sponsored by, so they create a figurehead, right? So somebody sits on top of a stool here. Now Google created this guy, right? PewDiePie. YouTube and Google created him. So they created what's called an influencer to sell their wares. Now, I'll go back to it in a minute, but just so you understand this, if you want to be like PewDiePie, just remember, you will never, ever be like PewDiePie. He is a corporation-driven, publisher-driven person. He is not a regular, everyday person who just clicks the button, who goes against corporation, who is a vegan, who doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't promote smoking, doesn't promote alcohol. All these things, he drinks alcohol in his live streams, right? Like, he has more young children watching him than anyone else in the world, and the guy does whiskey reviews. Like, this should fucking give you headaches to understand this shit. So you have racist behavior from PewDiePie. It says the N word, dresses in Nazi clothing, and goes live on YouTube. And he thinks this is a good idea. I see a lot of these online media outlets trying to create a divide in we the people. It could be, a cannabis channel, or it could be a vegan channel, or it could be a channel that is against racism. I've actually noticed, and I think it's kind of racist, that there are channels that are like just black people, and I've gone into them and I've said hello and everything, and there's a couple that are really weird. They sit there on YouTube saying all day how all white people are evil. And these channels, and I've reported them, like this falls under racist hate speech. Serious is imagine. Can you imagine for 1 second if I said the opposite of what they are saying on their channels? Think about that. I'd be in jail. But these channels are not politically, they are politically driven, but politicians are corporations. I can I can connect the dots 400 ways for you. They create laws to fine we the people, to keep us down. Corporations such as Uline paid no fucking fine, broke the quarantine in Canada, broke the Quarantine Act, lied to police, lied to government officials, left the country with no problem. They should be in fucking Canadian prison right now. They endangered Canadian citizens by not following the health minister, the safety minister, the prime minister of Canada's laws they put in place. And they did it knowing full well they would not be in trouble. I guarantee you, before they got on their private jet, they knew they wouldn't be harassed or hindered. It's just like a quick call. Hey, cough if I can just fly there and fuck around. I want to go to strip clubs. Just cough if it's okay if I come in your country. Don't say yes or no. Just blow a cough button. And then they cough like 3 times. Well, then they hang up, dial tone, and they're on their fucking private jet to our country. You know, we're gonna go back here though. I don't want to get nothing was off topic there. Waterfronttoronto.ca. Who we are. You gotta fucking call these people and let them know that there is some serious laws they're about to break. They are breaking, and I think we should have this whole group, this entity, shut down immediately because they are going against Canadian sovereignty. Like, they are breaking laws in Canada before they can even finish the deal. The deal itself is corrupt, stealing from Canada, from taxpayers. So we have to nullify this, and hopefully we can put these people in jail. But let's see what they think when I call them and I say, I know what you scum suckers are up to. So let's find out what the phone number is. I'll do it a little more cordial than that, but trust me, we're doing this on a live stream. But board of directors, phone number. I'm gonna ask a few straightforward questions. I'm gonna sound like I'm super interested. Holy fuck, we got a number instantly. It's gonna cost me money to call this number long distance because I'm not on my cell phone. I don't know if I have free calling in Canada, but I am actually going to use something else. I'm going to use my iPad, and I'm going to make a call to them after I install something on my iPad, because that is what is happening. So let's see what we can do here. Should be able to get this going here. App Store, and download a program, make a phone call. Let's see how fast I can do this here. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. Oh, and I gave I'm giving that game I just played, Board Kings. I give it a 0 out of 10. Awful game. I pushed a button. I rolled the dice. It counted the dice. It counted the spaces and it moved me the spaces on the board. There was no game to that. You push a button. It's George Jetson's job. You push the button, the figure moves around the board. Push the button, the thing moves around the board. Absolutely stupid. But if you look at what a board game is, technically, if you have to roll a dice and move your little dot on to the next square forward or back or up or down or all around, that's stupid. You know, we've got video games, but go play with a fucking marble. It's more intense than the fucking board game you're playing, bud. All right, let's see here. And I like to give real reviews. That's why this is some serious right here. All right, now we're gonna type this in. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, done. It's installing. Boy, this is fast. I think there's one other thing I have to do. I can't remember. I have to go poop, so I'm gonna have to get going. I actually did install another game. And it's a game I've wanted to play for so long. I never realized I could play it, that I had what I needed to play it. I'm pretty choked, but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe it's better that I didn't get in on it when like all the major people were doing it. Maybe they've moved on or they're about to move on. Now I'm gonna get into it, you know? Oh my god. All right, let's see here. Click on that. Okay. All right. Here we go. What the hell? Right on. That was a good one. I like this one. All right. Okay, I can phone. I don't know how I use the phone part. Should be a spot here. I found it. Okay, here we go. Now I should try and think about something to say here because I just have some serious questions. I won't be able to speak with the board of directors. What's his name again? I got it all here. I kept everything. Did I not? I thought I kept everything. Oh, yes, I did. I got all the board of directors' names here. We're going to go through these people with a fine-tooth comb. Starting with Stephen Diamond. Our board members include Stephen Diamond. He's the chair. So it's very important we speak to the chair. I guarantee you it is 1:31. He ain't even in the office. He's getting paid today. Let's find out. 416-214. Oh, shoot. It's okay. Okay. Here we go. We're calling.
So, you may dial your party's extension at any time.
Told you.
Press 1 to dial by name. Press 7 for hours and address, or to leave a message in the general delivery mailbox, please press 0 now.
Let's hit 1, because that's extensions.
To dial by first name, please press 1. To dial by last name, please press 2.
So what's his name? Steven, right?
Enter first name and pound.
So I have to type in Steven. I don't know. Sometimes this is how they do it. So Stephen. Stephen. They make it so only smart people can access this. Then it said pound.
Name not found. Enter first name and pound.
So he went by his last name. He likes his flashy last name. Let's redo it. Let's call it again.
Thank you for calling Waterfront Toronto. You may dial your party's extension at any time. Press 1 to dial by name. Press 7 for hours and address, or to leave a message in the general delivery mailbox, please press 0 now. To dial by first name, please press 1. To dial by last name, please press 2.
So he did his last name.
Enter last name and pound key.
Diamond. D-I-A-M-O-N-D pound.
Name not found. Enter last name and pound key.
So I'm gonna do this again here because they're not as smart as they think. They either used a 111 or they did 1, 2, 3, 4.
Toronto. You may dial your party's extension.
You have to know if it's a 3-digit extension or if it's a 4. Sometimes it's a 5. I would say these guys did a 3-digit extension number. So we're just gonna do 111.
Enter. Name not found. Enter first name and pound. Name not found. Enter first name and pound. Name not found. Enter first name and pound.
Oh, I think I got it. I got in there. Let's see if that. I'm pretty sure I got in.
Toronto. You may dial your party's extension at any time. Press 1.
I told you. I told you couldn't get a real person though. I told you couldn't get a real person. This is such a busy office that never takes a call personally. This shows you they're hiding. This is not a legit thing. So we're going to call this again. Hi there. How come nobody from this corporation picks up the cell phone or the corded phone at this waterfronttoronto.ca? Quite interesting. I think there's a load of crap going on here. I want to get to the bottom of it. I'll call you guys back. I'm going to have every agency and newspaper look into you guys. Are you trying to undercut Canada and sell off our sovereign land? Told you I could get in. And that's why you can't be me. But what you can do is support me. I am not here forever. And the time that I am here, you have to make sure that you help me, not hinder me. You know nothing about what's going on. You don't see things the way I see things. Um, I am different. I come across a little harsh, but you know what? Take it or leave it. A lot of you need harsh in your life due to the fact that you've never really. You live in a bubblegum world, chewing pink bubblegum and going to Mexico every year. Your life is meaningless if you don't give meaning to it. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I just got back from wherever. And like, who cares, bud? Who cares? What have you done for Canada? What have you done for the world? But it's just weird how, and I told you, like I'm sitting pretty high up here on a cloud right now. I told you I would hack into their phone thing. Super easy to do. And I didn't hack into it. I just simply pushed a numerical code that got me in. It's common sense. Uh, these people aren't even fucking half as smart as I was when I was 10. And they're pulling the wool right over all of your eyes in Canada. 40 million people in Canada just got fooled by Toronto Waterfront.ca. Remember that, eh? You can't fool me, bud.